DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Good morning, everybody. In theory, yeah, bitch.
A freedom fighter says he lets you this time.
Early as fuck.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Yeah,
another
Yeah,
publication.
we're definitely early. We're a little early today. That's because I messed up and I totally forgot that I was working today. So I had to
He wanted us to work on a Friday.
well, I wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure we could still get it done. You know what I mean?
But it always gets
So,
done.
It always gets done, but I completely neglect. I just forgot that I was working, and then I was like, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it until was it Friday? Was it Friday?
Yeah.
Thursday
So,
or Friday?
Receiving that message on Friday was like, yo, we have a QRF on Sunday. Be there early. And I was like, son of a bitch. I didn't even go to sleep till like what, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I was really trying to push for a fucking episode tomorrow.
It's kind of funny waking up like what we call like early. It's like it's not early, right? But it's for us three. It's early on Sundays because we use Sunday's kind of like our day to like sleep in a little bit and then we do the podcast after we kind of very slowly roll out of bed.
What's sleeping in anymore?
Well, that's basically yes. Even on fucking Sundays, right?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if I get to sleep because here's the thing. Right now, I would just be getting out of the bed to start showering, getting ready, but I give myself a 2-hour lead time to get ready. This morning, because we were trying to press that live button as close to 9 a.m. Eastern as possible, I only had an hour lead time. And then I've got Jay messaging me, Joe, you okay? Because it's like 8:59 a.m. and I'm just fucking dead silent. I've said good morning in our group chat and dead silent. And it's like, yes, I'm just dragging ass because I don't have my 2 hours I normally fucking have.
Woo. Right.
Freedom fighter. He's waking up before Jocko.
Yeah, seriously. Like, why though? Did you just wake up? I'm hoping you just couldn't go back to sleep or something, because that's entirely too early to be awake for anything.
Or if you're waking up that early, at least tell me you're still active in the service and that it's,
there's some reason. There's some fucking reason for it.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. Do you guys wake up in the middle of the night to pee?
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
So you said all the fucking time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one.
But see, I've also since quitting chewing tobacco and all that, I've also started drinking a lot more water too throughout the day than I used to.
Water's great. Water is God's work, man.
I'm drinking like 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water a day, and then I'm the kid in me still at night right before bed, an ice cold glass of fucking milk. I know we've talked about it, and then just for some reason throughout the night I'll wake up, I'll have to take a sip of water or something. and then I'm just constantly up and pissing.
Yeah, I always try to take a piss like maybe a half hour before I knock out, but it never fails. I still wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, start pissing the
take a
Nile
piss.
River. Yeah.
Interesting.
Every now and then it's a shit, but very rarely.
I don't wake up to piss, but I don't sleep a lot either. So there might be something with that.
Okay.
And then on the dot, I pretty much wake up, I take a dump, and that's like the dump I take for the day is like in the morning, first thing in the morning. And like that's about as regular as I get, is like taking my morning dump. So
well, yeah, I mean, and that's kind of my thing. That's why I try to give myself that 2-hour lead time, because
you get everything handled, you get everything out of the way. You're like ready, you're dressed and ready for the day. Yeah.
Even on work days throughout the week, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, even if I'm not doing much on a particular day, getting at the very least, getting out of bed and taking a shower, like those two actions right there by itself. Like, you have to get out of bed, you have to take a shower every day, no matter what.
Make your fucking bed too.
Dude, fuck that guy. Fuck that bullshit. I don't give a fuck if the bed's made. That's no. Don't put that fucking devil magic on me. I ain't making my bed for shit. Like,
I had to do that for fucking 20 years when I was in the
like. But if I get out of bed and I take a shower, even if I go straight back to the bed and don't do anything the rest of the day, at least I got those two things accomplished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And more importantly, for personal hygiene, the fucking shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wash your ass out there, kids. You guys fucking stink, and it's embarrassing being around you in public when you stink. It's like, I get secondhand embarrassment from all you nasty fucks out there. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like, out of the three of us, I'm the one that has the full-time job outside of this. Correct. And like Jay, you work more per diem or contract work.
Yeah.
John, you're doing the podcasts and shit, so you're working full time, but this is what we do. I work for a fucking company, and even on work days, for me, even though I work from home, I have to get up, get a shower, get dressed, get ready, as if I was leaving the fucking house.
You gotta
there's something about that though, mentally as well.
You gotta get your mental space up here.
You got to get your head. That's like right now. Even as we're having this conversation, I'm already going over in my head what I'm going to be doing later today at the stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's you have to take whatever your job is. You have to take it seriously. You have to take it seriously, and that your whole job that day might be get out of bed, take a shower. That might be the only thing you have to do that whole day.
Yeah.
But you got to take it seriously. You got to take it seriously. You know what I mean?
So
that's the discipline.
Yeah, I do have to.
Go ahead, John.
I have to bring it up. Our fashion statements today, Joe, with our ugly sweaters.
I mean, I got a rep every day right now.
Are you getting Reader's Rewind on the 10th? The 5-player Power Ranger co-op game?
I don't think I've heard about that.
Go look it up.
Is that on PC or?
Yep, it's on Steam. I pre-ordered it a couple days ago. I'm excited, to say the least. I see the Power Ranger sweater. I'm just like, I have to bring it up.
Yeah, Joe loves his Power Ranger sweaters. And I gotta say,
this is old school fucking.
Oh yeah,
arcade style.
Oh yeah. Are you playing with me on the 10th?
I have to verify with.
He'll call me back.
The owner of the fucking wallet. But I mean, this is fucking old school arcade style.
Yeah, it's super fun. You'll be able to control a Megazord. And Jay, I kind of want to piggyback what you said about Joe loving the Power Rangers. I've been running Yumi and Lore. And we're covering the Power Rangers right now, a specific timeline. Really? And I have to say, the way that, because a lot of people know Power Rangers from like the Saban TV shows, the action, the campy stuff, but the stories are so enriching. They're so full of like energy, no pun intended, but like the way that they write the stories to make you like these characters and really enjoyed them, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, the Power Rangers is actually kind of cool.
They are. I remember the Power Rangers in popular culture and then being on TV every day, but I was just a few years too old, so it didn't really do much for me. But I remember it at the time. So when kids, somewhere between like 3 and like 10 years younger than me were coming up, Power Rangers was like up everybody's ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like you couldn't turn around and not get hit in the face with like some Power Ranger shit.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly, I'm really, I mean, I'm kind of like getting back into it, looking back into the lore, some of the stories that I never heard of before. I'm just like, damn, this is some cool fucking shit.
I caught a whiff of nostalgia watching what was it called? War Games? Survivor Series?
Yeah.
I ended up watching it one night. I said I was gonna watch it last week. I actually fucking did. I wasn't doing shit one night, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, you're gonna kind of stuck in the house, like whatever. Like, watch that fucking Survivor Series. I did.
And it's about wrestling toys and Power Ranger toys that they were the
oh yeah, dude. Like I had wrestling toys when I was a kid. I 100% totally did. And yeah, I don't know. It was a different time, but yeah, the nostalgia is definitely there. So
but I do want to say, Squilini, I love the ugly sweater. It's actually one of the nicest ones. I think white is so nice for Christmas. I have a cannabis themed one that you can get on cleansanchezmedia.com. This is an actual original.
Is that Bonger to video games?
Yep. This is an original design.
Nice,
it's actually really fucking nice. And
well played.
Yeah, I have
like show it off again, John. Show it off again.
Wrong thing. Not your ass. Not the ass. Keep that covered up.
Yeah, it looks good. Seriously, that looks good. And that's cool. That's cool. I thought about wearing an ugly sweater, and I didn't realize
you're wearing one already. There's a Chiefs logo on it.
Hey, look here, motherfucker, dude. Look here, motherfucker.
I didn't go there. He did.
Joe, are we gonna win? Are we gonna win today, or are the Chargers gonna fucking put it up our ass, dude? What do you got? What do you got on the fucking Chiefs game today? Are you blacking out? Hello? Is this thing on?
No, it's on. Hold on.
He's about to give you some bad news, Jay. Prep.
No, I'm looking at stats real quick.
It's a division rivalry game, but like the run up has been like it's like neither team even care right now. I'm really curious how this game's gonna go tonight. Like I really am. I'll be there. If for all of you out there, if you're gonna watch Sunday Night Football, which I believe is on, that's the one on Peacock, right?
Oh, I actually have to show you guys something. Speaking of football, From the Dungeon sent me something.
Okay. Did we ever get a date for some of these guys to come on the show?
I'm not doing that till January because I'm working on the best of and shit like that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was just wondering.
It's just saying NBC, so it should be on fucking
Peacock. It is. Yeah, it's on Peacock. So yeah, if you guys tune into Sunday Night Football tonight, it's going to be the Chiefs and the Chargers here in Kansas City. But I don't know, man. The Chiefs are 11-1, like very much in spite of themselves. So I'm kind of like,
yeah.
And I want to see if the Chargers are going to actually charger it up, or if they're going to fucking come in and try to get like a statement win and stay in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
In the AFC. So
well, that's what I was about to say. Are they gonna because Chargers being second in the division, they could come in and they could, just to stay in the fucking hunt for the playoff picture and all that stuff.
And the Broncos won on Thursday. So or was it? Yeah, it was Thursday, right? Like yeah, the Broncos already won this week. So I think the onus is on the Chargers to beat the Chiefs. So because that'll keep them kind of neck and neck with the Broncos. So yeah, we'll see what happens. What do you got here?
You have to this. So this was not this video, but this information was brought to me from the dungeon, right?
Okay.
So he said that if you're watching the game on if you're watching football on Amazon Prime, it has a Madden mode where you watch the game and it has these little blips and animations and stuff as if like you're watching live gameplay of like a Madden game.
What?
Yeah, look at that.
Really?
So it's like breaking down the routes and everything for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Informational, real-time football stats, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's some shit. I might have to check that out like somewhere down the road. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
do you guys want to start off with Tim Kennedy real quick?
Yeah, let me grab another beverage real quick and let's get the bad news out of the way first. John, did you have a good week?
I slept all week.
Oh, because you were sick, right?
Yeah, I had COVID. The COVID monster got me.
Did you just have COVID or did you have fluvid?
I think it was fluvid.
Where you had both the fucking flu and COVID at the same time.
Yeah. Really crazy, incapacitated me. But I like how doctors are treating this now. You know, you have symptoms, get tested. You know, if you're feeling better, it's like 24 hours without symptoms, and that's
pretty much it.
You're fine. Yeah, you know,
you got sick. You got sick in real time last week. Like we watched it.
Yeah.
Like me and Joe like watched it happen. Like on like during the podcast, you went from like fine to holy fuck, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like
yeah, and on top of that, I recorded the show later on that day.
Oh God.
My body passed out about halfway through that show. And thank God I wasn't on camera. I was producing. That's it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And my body
pushed yourself too hard.
Yeah, and my body completely failed me, and I passed out on my chair. And my wife carried me to the bed, and she actually finished producing duties for me on that show, which is kind of unheard of because when those guys heard my wife's voice, they were like, "Huh?
Like Frenchie? Is that you?"
Yeah. They were like, "What happened to John?" And then she explained to them, she was like, "His body failed him. He's passed out right now. He's not gonna be here."
you poor bastard, dude.
Yeah, but I'm good now. It was a fucking ride, man.
I could tell like you went from like everything's kind of hunky dory to like on death's door within like the last 30 minutes of our show last week.
All I wanted to do this week was play video games and work on the best stuff, and I wasn't even able to do that. So we're back to work.
We'll be all right.
We're back to work. We're back to work, but no, but that was it.
Tim Kennedy.
Tim fucking Kennedy.
So I found an article here that says Tim Kennedy, famous veteran accused of fabricating war stories, floats wild defense theory.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna find it.
Go ahead, Joe.
I gotta find his fucking rebuttal when all this shit starts.
I want Joe to take the first.
We want to start from the beginning. Okay.
I want Joe to take the first shots on this one because like this is the kind of stuff we don't look for trouble and drama here on DD214 Network. But when people fucking like just ask for it, it's really hard. Like it's sometimes it might even seem like low hanging fruit. This is not low hanging fruit. This is
shitty.
It's shitty, and we call out shitty behavior. Like we love to joke around and do a little song and dance for you guys every week on Sundays, but that's just us having fun. A lot of what we do isn't necessarily to be all the way considered serious. We're just a couple, three veterans in the smoke circle. You know what I mean? Like just getting our bullshit out and having some fun on a Sunday morning. When guys like Tim Kennedy lie about stuff and make bullshit up when you don't even need to. You don't even like you're a fucking Green Beret and you're a veteran of the UFC also. You know, like he's a mixed martial artist and a Green Beret. Why would you make anything up? You don't have to make anything up. You have nothing to prove to anyone ever for the rest of your fucking life.
This
you know what I mean? Like,
so mad because like there are people who lie about their service, and then there are people who fabricate their service. You know, guys like Generally Specific and Michael Kaiser, you know, who are just like completely like out of touch with the fucking, you know, with the truth. Like, why is it so, you know, like
I've never understood it. It's like you should never be ashamed of what you did or didn't do.
Yeah.
Like there's not, you have nothing to prove to anyone. Like especially guys like Tim Kennedy, who've been, if you've been deployed, if you raised your right hand and you signed that dotted line and you wrote a check, a blank check to the government up to and including your life, why would you have to lie about any of it? It doesn't matter what you did or didn't do. You're already in the top echelon of the civilian populace
of fucking heroes. Shit, you go to gas stations, people give you gas for free for no reason.
I'm just saying.
So, I mean, all this Tim Kennedy stuff came out, and the podcast that kind of broke the mold, the episode released the day right before Thanksgiving. That same podcast,
the Anti-Hero podcast, yeah.
Yep, Anti-Hero podcast, they released an episode calling out Marcus Luttrell, Jocko, fucking a bunch of other SF people. You know, my thing is
Jocko.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jocko has a couple. He's not.
He got a couple blank spaces.
We don't normally plug other shows, but you'd have to listen to some of the. It's not a lot. It's not necessarily that they're lying. It's how they're telling their stories.
Yeah,
and it's like for clout, and like when you're part of like special operations.
Well,
you can kind of fabricate something.
Well, it shouldn't be about the clout. You're supposed to be a quiet professional.
Be about the job.
And yeah, quiet professionals don't pat themselves on the back and toot their own horns.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's where I will always say the one special operations division in the entire military that kind of does toot their own horn. And it's even said amongst the fucking ranks of soldiers in the division that you go in, you become one, and then you serve and you get a book deal.
Right.
The SEALs. The SEALs every time. That's just, the SEALs, that's just kind of fucking part of.
Well, and it sucks that that's kind of like they're going to be standard. That's their little GWAT legacy. You know what I mean? That's that. And it sucks because the Navy SEALs do some fucking badass shit we will never hear about for like decades. You know what I mean? Like we've talked about the rescue of Jessica Buchanan from a place in Africa, and that was by SEALs. Those were SEALs, and that's badass shit. That is badass shit.
They're doing something right now as we speak.
You know they are. You know they are. But it puts a stain on the legacy every time another one of these.
Yeah. I mean, let's go
celebrity. And I don't want to say celebrity veterans, but it's like when they're from those
kind of like when the mafia goes to Hollywood.
Basically, yes.
Is that kind of like the same energy?
Yeah. Yes. And there's nothing. If you want to tell your story, if you want to write a book, that's fine. It's not about telling your story or not. It's the clout chasers. They're chasing. Yeah. They're still chasing clout. They're still like something that some hole exists in their heart that is not filled. And when guys like Tim Kennedy end up lying about shit for like, dude, why would you lie about that? Like, it's easy to fact check you. Like, if you're, and
then you have guys like Mike Murphy who are never going to be able to tell their side of the story too. You know what I mean?
Sure. That's why we don't chase clout as veterans, like, or in general. That's why we don't chase clout, is because yes, we might have had some really good days. Yes, we had some really bad days too. And yes, there's like 100 people that were there in your immediate vicinity at all times, the whole time you served. So if you start lying about shit, there's going to be
gonna call you out.
Someone somewhere is going to fucking call you out. They were all there too. It's like, I was just looking at my DD-214 last night. Excuse me, John. I was just looking at my DD-214 last night. It's like, yeah, like if you think I'm ever going to fucking say that I did anything that isn't on that motherfucking DD-214, like it better be something that like I can verify. You know what I mean? Like, and other people can verify. You know what I mean? And like, cause like outside of that DD-214, like those are the awards that I got. This is the time that I served. This is the time that I was downrange. You know what I mean? Like, and I've got a DD-214 and I've got NCOERs from my time after I made sergeant and staff sergeant. I've got NCOERs. That's about it. That's like for how I was as a soldier. That's about all you're gonna get. Is like, but why would you lie about it? Why do you feel the need to embellish? Why does anyone feel the need to embellish? Like, what happened to just pride and service?
They're
like the fact
yeah. Well, and then like, listening to his rebuttal and shit, like, he started talking about how like when he was in Afghanistan, he didn't have a team leader because he didn't have a team. He didn't have a chain of command he was reporting to when he was over there. And it's like, dude,
that's not how any of that works. Like,
yeah,
even
no
with
matter what you are, whether you're a fucking Green Beret or a fucking goddamn grunt.
Thank you.
You have a chain of command when you're over there. You have your fucking squad. You've got your fucking fire team. You've got, there's people with you.
Yes. Nobody's alone in Afghanistan. As much as we like to joke that it was kind of like the Wild West, because in certain aspects it was, in the Army, specifically in the Army, like that's not how we fucking roll, and including Green Berets. You know what I mean? Like they definitely got a lot of leeway to do a lot of fucking shit that conventional forces don't normally do, and that much is true. But there's still a fucking hierarchy, and you're still nobody's cowboying out there like by themselves.
Yeah, it's so interesting too, because like I'm reading here, and I have a question too. So yeah, and this is just a question. I don't want to get into like the politics of this. So Tulsi Gabbard has been chosen as part of like the cabinet or whatever, correct? Isn't it? But she's an active duty soldier at the moment. How was she able to serve and be a part?
Probably guard. If she's in the service at all, it would be guard or reserve. That is possible. That is entirely possible.
Hold on.
She's in the reserve.
There you go.
Okay, that answers a lot. That answers a lot then.
Well, like you said, Tim Kennedy is still in the fucking National Guard, right?
Yes. Maryland, I believe he is.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
It is super crazy. I mean, remember when we first started this podcast, all these random stolen Valor videos were coming out.
Yeah, we've talked about stolen Valor several times on this, on this podcast.
Yes. It's almost like people, it not only has I don't want to say it's slowed down in that space, because it hasn't. There's still people stealing Valor, but now it's spread to former service members. Yeah, veterans exaggerating Valor. It's exaggerating about little things.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. So right now with the paperwork and the trail that we've got, it looks like he's embellishing his service record. Yes. Again, he's still in the Guard. And he's been in the Guard since some of the shit happened that's caused him to get some of the awards that make it look like he's embellishing his record. So there's always three sides to a story. Their side, your side, the fucking right side. Yep, that dead center is usually it's in the middle of the two fucking outer edges where the correctness is.
Something,
so
it's Your side, their side, and the truth of what actually happened. That's exactly right.
So, in my opinion, it looks really bad for Tim Kennedy, of course, with all the fucking paperwork and the trails that we've got now. However, we can't 100% say some of that stuff didn't happen until he's officially out and he gets the new DD-214 from leaving the Guard.
We'll see what happens. We'll see.
But at the same time, if he's embellishing any of this, the Maryland Guard will end up fucking removing him from service to begin with.
Yeah. Well,
what are some penalties that he could expect if that happens?
He claimed to have a Purple Heart, and they keep registries on that shit.
That's public information. Yeah,
that's hardcore. Like they keep if you're wounded and if you receive a Purple Heart, freaking there's a whole fucking ass registry, and they keep track of that shit. Like you get extra benefits. You get extra benefits if you're a Purple Heart recipient.
Guys, I mean, there's information here that he has never received a Purple Heart.
That's right, and that's so. Why would you? So why would you even fucking say that?
So that's where I find
that'd literally be like if I said I got a Purple Heart. I didn't get a Purple Heart. You know what I mean? Like never, not even close. And it's so easy to fact check that. It is so easy to fact check that.
And that's the thing. Like he's like, well, the reason it's not showing up in paperwork is because I haven't gone, I never went to medical. And when I get out of the Guard and get my new DD-214, it'll square all this away, this, that, and the other. And it's like,
that's not how it works.
That's not how this fucking works.
Not even close.
I'm on the registry. I'm in the literal registry right now.
Well, it's like when I lived in Colorado before we moved out here to Kansas City after I got out of the Army. When I lived in Colorado, I had a buddy that I was a fellow. We went to the VFW together, and he was a Purple Heart recipient, and he had paperwork and stuff for being in a goddamn recipient of the Purple Heart. It's a big fucking deal when you get the enemy's marksmanship badge in war. They take the Army, all branches, of course, but the Army takes it very seriously.
Mm-hmm. So this, I mean, we're on the website right now. There's nothing here.
Right.
There's absolutely nothing here.
Yeah.
For Tim Kennedy.
So
that's how easy it is to search too.
And and look,
it's a national fucking registry.
All service branches, all conflict.
Remove Tim because I want to see something. Let's just search last name. Because there's going to be a lot of Kennedys. Let's roll down to the T's.
Pretty sure one of our former presidents is on that. Is in that registry.
He must be
JFK, dude.
There's one JFK. Not the there he is.
Yep, right there. Boom.
All right, so now we're going on, guys. And if you guys don't know, you could literally go to thepurpleheart.com.
Yep.
No Tim Kennedy.
It's all a bunch of Thomases, and then it goes to Virgil. I do not see a Tim Kennedy in there.
There's no Timothy, none of that.
Yeah. Don't chase clout, kids. Don't chase clout.
Yeah, he's fucking lying.
Be proud of what you did. It doesn't matter if you did your 3-year contract and got out and never touched the Army again. It doesn't matter if you doesn't matter if you did 30 years and made fucking sergeant major and have every goddamn fucking badge and award known to man. Be proud of what the fuck you did. You don't have to embellish. You don't have to lie about it. There's no shame, okay, in just having a regular career in the Army. There's no shame in that. When especially when somebody like a fucking Green Beret embellishes and lies, it gets my goad, because I'm like, what the fuck? You're just staining the legacy of your fellow Green Berets.
It's crazy.
It's like when the infantry dudes fucking fuck up and do shit and go crazy and fucking whatever, like it stains us all. It stains us all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it hurts my heart, John. It hurts my fucking heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, let's talk about other stains of the world, and that is the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, you want to know what doesn't hurt my heart? It's like watching that dude get shot in the street like a dog, dude.
Okay, so a little context real quick. There seems to be a lot of like weird stuff going around this guy's death. Okay, we know the guy's dead. Okay,
Yeah.
he was shot by an assailant in at 6 o'clock in the morning in New York City
on the street on the sidewalk.
Which can we talk about the footage real quick, right? Because
Yeah.
like the footage is very simple and
Mhm.
very like just regular every day. You see a guy walking, and then you see the gunman pan into shot, ready for action, and then like the deed happens.
Yes.
And you hear it was a conglomerate CEO of a health insurance company. And I haven't seen one person, like 1% of people are just really kind of like really like, oh, boo-hoo about this. This is like
there's no outcry, there's no people.
Nobody.
That's like this is the first thing I've seen almost all Americans agree on since like 9/11.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally. I mean, it's
even looking for the guy. You know
like,
what I mean?
Everyone's like, I didn't see anything. You know, like, and I like that. Like nobody feels sorry for this guy.
You've
and
got
it's like,
so much footage of this guy all over the place, and all those people who are encountering him are just like,
it says a lot about how Americans feel about our healthcare system and how much it needs to change.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
they let everything start being about profit. They let money into medicine, and money doesn't cure people.
So do we assume that this was a disgruntled person who said enough is enough? I'm going to do something about it.
What did he have on his fucking? It was written on the bullets: deny, defend, and depose.
Yeah,
that's a statement in and of itself. That's an indictment of the system system itself. Like that's. I don't like getting political. You know, we don't like getting political on the show very much. We certainly don't like.
We're being journalistic.
We certainly don't like, encouraging violence and stuff like that. But we're fucking veterans, and we know a little bit of a thing or two about violence
and health insurance
and things like that. And
boy, do we know
when actions like this happen, and pretty much the entire country shrugs its shoulders and looks away and pretends they didn't see anything. It does beg the question, like, how fucked up is your system?
Yeah.
How fucked up is your
perspective too? This is what we see. We're seeing that people are not.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This fucking dude died. Like literally, like 1% of everything I've seen, internet wide. Nobody cares. This guy died.
Yeah, and the man. And what's weird, we haven't gotten the name of the gunman.
Not yet.
They've never released his name. Do they know it?
John, you know what I want to know is do they look this hard for fucking murderers and
shomos?
Well, when the victim isn't a fucking CEO of a major fucking corporate conglomerate?
No.
Do they look this hard? Because like I'm really curious. I'm curious to see how the next few days pan out. We've seen a couple alleged surveillance photos of this guy and like stuff like that.
And we say alleged because like we don't know.
There's no proof yet. There's no proof. Yeah. They don't even. They haven't even. I so far in 2020,
that's giving it away is the book bag. That's really.
Well, they found it in the freaking. They found in the park and it was filled with Monopoly money. Like this dude planned this shit like probably like for a long while in advance and knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. There were civilians fucking right there. He didn't even acknowledge the other civilians on the street.
He didn't hurt them.
He left.
Yeah.
He did his business.
He hit his mark and he fucking dipped out. I mean,
he was gone.
Gone with the wind, dude. Gone with the wind.
Tell me it wasn't a fucking contract killing. I'm sorry. Tell me it wasn't.
it could be either way. It could be disgruntled, United Healthcare, somebody that got fucked over, or it could be. The thing is, the suppressor looks like it was possibly homemade,
Okay.
and the gun jammed after there
That's
was
right.
it was like failure to extract, either failure to extract or failure to eject. Every time he fired the weapon, so he had to kind of recock and freaking get another bullet in there. And there are certain weapon systems made for that kind of stuff, but what it looks like is homemade suppressor on a gun, on a pistol. And that's why he had to recock every time. But it almost looks like he expected it too. So he probably
knew.
He knew he was gonna have to freak in, because he doesn't freak out. If we're talking about just if we were on a range and we were firing at targets, if I was following this guy while he was shooting, everything he did, he stayed calm and he kept shooting at the target. And I don't know about professional, maybe trained.
Yeah.
I don't know about professional, maybe trained. But is he disgruntled, or is he hired?
He had range time. And he's practiced clearing jams and weapons malfunctions.
Yep.
Because he stayed cool as a fucking cucumber every time that fucker malfunctioned.
Yep.
And also, it might have been, he could have been using fucking bottom of the barrel ammo. And he probably did that on fucking purpose.
That's usually what happens is, subsonic ammo does not fire all the way well out of when you put a suppressor on. So
because subsonic's meant to not have,
it doesn't have it's not going out of the barrel as fast as a normal bullet. It's subsonic. So those are some of the theories I've been looking at, or I've been seeing. Well, it is what it is. Like, what happened happened. I told you guys before we started today, the only thing that I've been surprised about this shooting was that it hasn't happened sooner. And now you got billionaires and fucking CEOs shitting their pants, maybe rightfully as they should, because people are getting fucking sick and goddamn tired of watching their family members die, because they get denied fucking coverage. You know what I mean? On shit they fucking pay for, out the ass.
It's wild. It's super wild.
Well, it's like that. That's why nobody feels bad for this fucking fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
So now the next thing I have here, this one's actually a really crazy story. And for those we've all been on the New York City subway, correct?
I've never been. I've driven through New York City, but I drove straight through. I didn't freaking.
I'm not allowed to carry my firearm in New York, so no, the fuck, I haven't been through fucking the subway.
Okay, well, that's a great, perfect example. So there's a case right now with a Marine veteran right now, called Daniel Penny. And Daniel Penny, I want to make sure I have like a timeline of events here. Okay, so Daniel Penny, we're waiting for the verdict in the trial of Daniel Penny, a Marine veteran accused of recklessly choking to death Jordan Neely, a homeless man yelling at passengers last year on the New York City subway. The killing of Neely, a 30-year-old man, by Penny, a 26-year-old man, has sparked vigorous debate among New York City residents about race relations, public safety, and approaches to homelessness and mental illness. Now, I'm not going to get into the race thing because I feel like that's just the media pushing shit again. Because this is more than just a race thing. It's about a man who was mentally unstable, who was acting erratically on the train, and someone
choked him to death.
Yes.
That
didn't solve the problem.
We're walking thin lines here. Very thin line, like tightrope. We're walking on tightropes here. That.
So on May 1st, 2023, Daniel Penny places Jordan Neely in a fatal chokehold. Now, Jordan Jordan Neely was reported to be acting absolutely erratic, scaring passengers. And now, for context, I mean, go on social media and all type in New York City subway. You will see atrocious things.
Sure.
People bathing in the train, people fighting in the train, people having sex on the train, pissing on the train, living on the train. Like the
People
New
are,
York the
yeah.
sub the New York City subway is not the safest place in the world. Okay, sometimes you're bunched up around so many people. If you get stabbed, how would you know? How would you know who did it?
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that gives me a little bit of anxiety, but that's just me,
Yeah,
right?
you
Like
know, you know what I mean?
I don't like being herded in a cattle car like I was in the army. You know what I mean? But you guys out there on the East Coast do it fucking sometimes every day.
Yes.
Like
So
you're just used to it. So
yeah, so on May 10th, New York City Mayor Eric Adams said that the death of Jordan Neely at the hands of a subway rider was a tragedy that never should have happened and pledged to do more help. The next day, Daniel Penny turned himself into the Manhattan District Attorney's office.
okay. Well,
Um,
good on him on that one. I mean,
yeah.
you did it. Turn yourself in. Good job.
Yep. On June 15th, 2023, a grand jury indicted him. And on June 28th, 2023, he pleaded not guilty to second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide during his arraignment. So, starting this year in January, the judge declined to dismiss the case against Penny.
How
And
old?
the
How old is this guy?
26, he's 27 years old now.
Okay.
So in January, a judge declined to dismiss the case against Penny, and then just in October, a jury selection began. November 1st, jurors have heard opening statements, and then on December 2nd, which was just a couple days ago, closing
Mm-hmm.
arguments begin.
Okay.
So juries, right as of right now, review testimony from the medical examiner, definitions of recklessness and negligence, and videos, including police body camera footage and bystander recordings of the incident. And as of the 6th, the judge dismisses first charge of manslaughter in the second degree.
So the judge dismissed the charge.
He dismissed the charge.
Interesting.
The first charge of
Second degree manslaughter.
yes.
Okay. Kids, if you're ever in a situation in public and you have to throw down, be very wary of chokeholds. Like they get bad really quick. Like they get, and we're not even just talking about choking somebody to death like accidentally. A broken windpipe, broken fucking trachea, fucking all this shit right here from about here to here can get fucking crushed and broken, and it'll fucking fuck your day up really bad.
Yep.
So that's why we do not espouse violence in public on this show. We all have the occasional. All three of us, we three, have all been in fights in public, and we don't. That's not the way to be. Let's just put it that way. That's not the way to be. And because stuff like this will happen, you get into a fight in public, and it's somebody's last day on earth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and
be very careful if you put your arm around somebody's neck. Be very, very careful what you're doing, because
and now
chokeholds are no joke.
And
right?
now the report does say here this thing happened on the F train, and that Neely was on board the train, and witnesses said he was shouting about needing food and something to drink before whipping his jacket to the floor and starting to scream. They differed in descriptions of his movements and whether they were threatening. So there were different conflicting reports of what was going on, and that Penny stepped in, approached him from behind, and with the help of two other passengers, Penny pinned Neely to the ground and placed him in a chokehold until Neely's body went limp and lost consciousness. And that's when
But he
everything
died.
happened. Yes,
But he died.
Yeah.
That's why we don't do. If you have to restrain somebody, they still need to fucking breathe. Okay, there's ways about doing that. Okay, and you don't have to fucking kill somebody to restrain them. And this is the same for the fucking cops. We talk about that shit with the cops all the time. When you de-escalate a situation, even if you have to get hands on, there's ways to do it as moderately safely as you possibly could be asked to. Nobody has to fucking die being restrained. Nobody has to die. If anything, like that's, it's preferable that they're being restrained because then they don't have to die.
Yeah, and I'm looking through this article too, and I'm seeing that the person who passed away is actually a Michael Jackson impersonator from Times Square. And like
Really?
it just, you ever get like that feeling when you see something and you're just like, oh shit, wait a minute. You know, I just had like one of those right now.
You recognize him, like you might have seen him, like in Times Square. Like, yeah,
it's definitely. This is definitely something I'm going to be keeping an eye on for the next couple days because it's super interesting. And I think another thing that might come into the conversation is that, you know, what training did he have in the Marines that he was able to learn something like that?
It's not hard to put somebody in a chokehold. I mean,
that's true.
You can be in wrestling or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or anything, and you know, like it wouldn't take much. I mean, fucking literally high school wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, we don't use chokes in wrestling, but we learn, you know, you learn how to take somebody down, like, and gain control, basically, like pretty easily.
Absolutely.
And if you throw in like something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or like a little bit of like Marine combatives, you know what I mean? Like the Marine Corps has its own like little martial arts system. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't take much. And that's why I say, like, if you guys are going to get into fights in public, be fucking careful, dude. Because like it is so
Are you ready to change the mood?
Please, pretty please.
So if you're in Camp Pendleton and you hear explosion, World War III is not happening. It's just training. Okay, Marines fortified and evacuated an embassy. Navy corpsmen will triage mass casualties, and recon Marines will take a beach on. Sorry about that, Corpsman. And recon Marines will take a beach on the San Clemente Island. These fictional scenarios meant to teach real-world encounters are part of an annual 1st Marine Division training exercise known as Steel Night, now underway at Camp Pendleton. And residents of the communities near the base might hear live fire training, including explosions, and see aircraft and amphibious landings.
Good for them. That sounds like good. That sounds like good training.
That sounds like a fun one, right?
Make things go boom.
Yeah. Those are usually the good. Those are usually like the fun,
fun trainings.
Ish. There's a lot of suck. There's a lot of suck that goes with it, but
that's part of the training.
But when you get to see like the cool shit happening like live in training, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I used to love doing like the war game stuff that we used to do when they would bring us into like the middle of the field, and they had like OPSEC, you know, certain built areas of familiar areas around the world, and you would be trained to adapt to that. You know, how would you put yourself, how would you hide yourself, how would you cover yourself behind this barrier and things like that. So I think it's really cool. Don't get me wrong. And you know what?
Go ahead.
I had a big thing I wanted to talk to you today about today's episode, but I completely nixed it because I didn't know where the episode would have landed.
As far as what?
Well, I'll give you the context of it. I've recently been discovering that China has fake American and France and towns, like fully built towns that I never knew about. And I started reading about them.
We do the same thing here.
Okay. That makes sense. So it's just the common thing. Okay.
It's training, brother. It's training.
Yeah.
We do the fucking exact same thing here.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's how if you want to train, you can only get so close to actual being in a fight. But if you do your training correctly, if you set yourself up for success with training, sometimes the training is worse than the actual fight would be. Because you're
it's true.
That's why we say there's trained and there's untrained. If you're trained well. Like and we train well. And our military trains well. Like it's hard. Like you see me fucking with my little goofy. You make me smile too much. You know. NTC is a perfect example. JRTC, perfect example. The Yakima Training Center, YTC, for all of you.
See, and this is
Port
Now
Louis.
this is exactly what I had missed out on because during my time, oh yeah, look, he just put that YTC. Now this is because, and I asked these questions because remember my time when I was in third ID, the unit disbanded, ran out of money. So right before we were supposed to go to NTC, they canceled it. So I didn't get to do those large scale trainings, which sucks, because I would have loved to have experienced something like that.
You would have loved some of the stories that you could have told, but you wouldn't have loved it while you were there. I can promise you.
Yeah.
NTC sucks, dude. Like I got lucky. 11 years, 9 months of my life I spent in the Army, just shy of 12 years. I went to NTC once. I only got one NTC rotation, and I was in the infantry for 7 of those years.
So NTC, if you go to NTC, is it like you're about to deploy? So buckle up.
You're not just you're like that. NTC is like you're going in, and then same with JRTC, same with YTC. You're in the box. They call it being in the box. And when you're in the box, it's as if you are in a deployed environment in a combat zone. Like everything is like
that's fucking awesome. It's just fucking awesome. I know obviously training sucks. Training sucks. It's meant to suck.
It's meant to bring the suck out so that you don't falter when it's for real.
Adapt and overcome, right?
It's exactly. You're being thrown into the suck so that way you know what to expect when you actually get to the suck.
I missed yeah, nothing but fucking open danger. We call those in the infantry, we call those open danger areas. Like, and that's exactly like,
is that like the equivalent of being a sitting duck?
Yeah. Yes.
No shit. Okay.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, you got valleys and fucking hills on each side, and
it's it's legit. That's the idea. Is like you have to plan for it. What would you do? What would you do if you were in an area like that? How do you maneuver? Like where do you go?
How do you stay out of the kill box?
Yeah. How do you stay? How the fuck do you stay out of the fucking kill zone? Like, because that's and it isn't just you and your squad. It's the LT of your platoon, and it's the captain of your company, and it's the fucking battalion commander of the fucking battalion, and it's the fucking division commander of the fucking whole division. You know what I mean? Like, or the brigade, excuse me, brigade. So you're talking about like it's a brigade level event. It's a whole brigade.
I love it.
It's a whole brigade. Like every time. I missed JRTC. I should have gone to JRTC in 2017. I missed it because I went to ALC. So while all my buddies were sucking at JRTC, I was like drinking Yingling at Fort Benning, fucking like doing ALC.
Going through fucking advanced leaders course.
Yeah, my buddies, like all my homies and my platoon, they went to GRTC, and I drank beer for fucking 45 days at Fort Benning for ALC.
and then right after that we met.
You met up with them in deployment.
Today is the anniversary of the day we graduated. John, get on my Facebook and pull up that picture because Wayner's in there. Wayner's in that picture I posted.
I'll be right back.
Today is the anniversary of our graduation date at ALC in 2017. So what's how many years has it been? 7 fucking years ago.
I went to the Army. I don't know how to count.
I think it's 7. 2017 to 2024. I think that's 7. So yeah.
So wait, today is an anniversary of this event?
Yes. Blow that shit the fuck up. Blow that shit the fuck up. Like, there you go. Look at those sexy fucking bastards, dude. Graduating ALC. And there's Wayne. There's Wayner all the way on the right. And I'm second from the left. Yeah. Like that was we graduated ALC 7 fucking years ago. Look at that. Just old Buck Sergeant Campbell right there. Look at that. There you go.
Look at that.
You know what the best part is, John? You know what the best part is?
What?
I didn't have to fucking lie about any of it. Like, that's just the truth.
Yeah.
That's just what happened. That's just literally what happened. Like, I didn't have to lie about it.
So for those who don't know, talk to us about this blouse, about the blousing of the boots here for a dress blue.
He was airborne.
There you go.
He was airborne. And those blue cords mean all of us were fucking infantry.
Yep.
For those of you guys that aren't familiar with the blue cord, like that, if you ever see an army soldier with a blue cord around the right shoulder, that means they're fucking infantry. Straight up. That's it.
It means they're fucking badass.
Well, you know.
And they don't wear that French Foreign Legion one.
Just saying, man. Just saying. I love dude, like infantry was like one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. Like being surrounded by giants and kings of this fucking earth.
Yeah.
Like I would never have a reason to embellish or lie about anything I did during my service. And prior to being infantry, I started as a mechanic. There's nothing to embellish, nothing to lie about. I just did it. I just did it. Like I was there. Yeah. I was there. Like I don't have anything to fucking trust me when I say I can tell plenty of stories about days that Jay fell flat on his fucking face and had a bad day in the army, right? But
it's right.
I got a lot of stories on the opposite end of that spectrum too. The days of triumph and the days of what I would call like real true pride. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah.
So I got this next thing here. Now look, guys, this is just like a curiosity thing. I want to talk to you guys about Saudi Arabian traditional gun jumping dances.
Gun jumping?
Yeah, remember I was telling you we were talking about negligent discharges and stuff like that? Well, these guys turn negligent discharge into a sport, all right? Or a dance. I don't know.
Is there video?
Yeah, we're about to put it up right now.
I can't wait to see this. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I think that's all you need to see, right? You get it. So first off,
I just want to see the video where somebody blows their fucking foot off because they're being dumbasses.
That's not on YouTube.
Well, if it is, if you look for it.
So
like you're fucking accepted.
You ever see that video of that kid that blows his hand off with like an M80? Fucking like he just starts.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like it's on there somewhere.
So this is called a Tashir war dance. And what it is it's a traditional dance for which the western province of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is famous, and it is also known as the art of playing with iron and fire using the al-makma weapon.
Is it a live round or is it like a blank?
That's actually a good question. Let's see. It's a traditional war dance that involves leaping, it's gunpowder blasts.
Okay, so it's not exactly quite a live. I wondered about that.
Yeah, and carrying a weapon stuff with gunpowder
being blown off. So I'll stop trying to find it.
Yeah.
Now, as an American, as Americans, is this something that we could culturally bring to festivals?
No, absolutely fucking not. No, that's not our culture. We don't swing weapons around wildly, and like that. Well, there's not. I'm not talking shit about the little.
No. I know.
I don't give a fuck about. But no, we're not doing that shit here. Absolutely not.
What if we did it with gunpowder?
Say again.
What if we did it with gunpowder?
Oh, dude,
gunpowder. Even though it's just a gunpowder charge, it's still fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it's still.
I mean, you're still dealing with a fucking combustible explosive.
Yeah, and it's still exploding out of the end of that barrel. Like, no.
So, I mean, here's the thing. It's just, well, that's where I'm getting to, Paleo, because let's look at this. What happens on fucking New Year's every damn year? People go out in their fucking backyard, aim their guns in the fucking sky, and start doing the fucking whole cowboy shit, shooting fucking live rounds up in the air. And what is it? What is it that we always say, Jay? What goes up must fucking come back down.
No.
This is why we don't need to add dancing to the mix. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Paleo. I didn't see that, but did you see the video of the protest in fucking Georgia, the country Georgia,
Yes.
where those motherfuckers grabbed a fucking firework cannon and fucking just blasted them?
They were blasting them with because they were getting sprayed with water.
Yeah.
So they were using the fireworks against the water.
Yeah, and that's something we're not going to get into. We all know what's going on over there, and
Oh, and who does it have to do with? Fucking Russia. Fucking Russia. Oh, did you see fucking dude? Syria just like fell.
I saw that Syria fell, and didn't Romania fall too? Or
no,
or
Romania,
close
no. They're having
some issues,
political unrest.
Yeah,
Syria has fallen. Syria, as of fucking, we're live right now on this Sunday, December 8th, 2024. Syria has fallen. Like Assad is gone. Assad is gone. So buckle up, buckaroos. Like, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, they're actually saying that Assad has fled the capital.
He did. I woke up early in the morning this morning because sleep and all that stuff, right? But anywho, one of the first things I turned
this
on.
Guy. Okay, he fucking left.
Yeah, he's gone. Assad. Yeah, he's gone. And yeah, that. Yeah, I'll keep it right there. They were backed by Russia.
Yeah,
they were backed by Russia and Iran, and Iran and Russia both tucked tail and ran from the country, and it has fallen. So Syria is free now. So we'll see what they do and who they put back in power. That's going to be that's the question mark. Is who's going to be the next ruler? Like, so we'll see.
And now I have a heartwarming story here. We all know that yesterday was the anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yesterday, Ira Ike Shab, a 104-year-old Pearl Harbor survivor, spent 6 weeks in physical therapy to build the strength to stand and salute during a remembrance ceremony honoring those killed in the Japanese bombing that thrust the war into World War II 83 years ago. And on Saturday, Shab gingerly rose from his wheelchair and raised his right hand, returning a salute delivered by sailors standing on a destroyer and a submarine passing by in the harbor.
Dope.
And there was actually another one. Another Ken Stevens and Ike Shab. They're both of Beaverton, Oregon, and they wait before the start of the 83rd Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day ceremony in honor to celebrate their fallen comrades and America. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't believe we're at Pearl Harbor already. You know what I mean? We're already in December. We're already
another year has passed, brothers.
Yeah. I can't believe. Yeah, I mean, shit. We're couple weeks away from the end of fucking regular season of football. We're getting ready to go into fucking playoff season for football.
I've lived
the year.
I've lived in this house for almost a year now, which is like odd to say.
Jay's been a homeowner for fucking almost a year.
How fucking seriously, dude? Like Jay's a homeowner. Like, I'm telling you, dude. Like up is down and black is white, and another year has passed.
That's the thing. It's like, Jay's a fucking homeowner. We're coming up. What?
Like I'm responsible
5 months,
like what?
5 more months, and it'll be a year since I got married. 6 months, a year since the first time me and you met in person.
Yes, like blink and you miss it. Blink and you miss it.
In all honesty, it feels like it was just fucking yesterday the wedding happened, and just yesterday I was in fucking Kansas City and hoping I didn't have to fucking punch somebody because you got into a fight in a bar.
No chokeholds.
Oh, don't worry, it wouldn't have been a chokehold. Armbar, maybe.
You wouldn't have even had to step in. It would have been fine. It would have been fine.
Christ, I'm trying to see if there's any breaking news.
He's not here, John. He's not here.
I see that. Nintendo Switch fans slam Nintendo over not safe for work issue with console.
Fuck is that?
Oh, there's a bunch of weird adult themed games on Nintendo Switch.
Did either of you guys watch War Games? Joe, did you watch War Games?
I did not watch War Games.
Joe?
The only thing I know is that some dude fucking broke his ankles and another one broke his toe.
Nobody broke their well, okay, yeah. So
no, Bronson Reed broke his fucking ankles. and fucking
one, it was just a ankle, it wasn't both.
Which one?
Last thing I saw, because even Triple H, when he was talking about it on the after show, it was only expressed as one, unless there's been other developments since.
It wasn't bad. It was like, it was different. You guys are right about the two rings. It was two rings like side by side. And like, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good actually. Like I watched the whole fucking thing. And it was like, you know, it wasn't live obviously when I watched it, but they're doing better. Like wrestling is a lot more entertaining now. You know what I mean? As far as like, they don't do squash matches anymore. They don't do freaking some of that.
The squash matches are there. They do them
with superstars though. They do them with superstars.
Yeah, they do them better. You know, they've made them smarter. I actually have a couple friends of mine who have done like some dark matches for WWE, like Azrael and Lou Bruno. You know, and some of them are actually like Lou Bruno. He does dark matches for AEW right now.
Good for him.
And then I have another, but the wrestler that I work for, Colin Parker, he's getting ready to start doing some dark squash matches pretty soon. And it's funny because we had a conversation yesterday because he was asking me my dates because I'm getting ready to shoot some stuff for him. And we were talking about like squash matches, you know, and he was like, you know, if they told me that Sabu needed a squash match and they wanted me to do it, who am I to say no? You know, like I want to get squashed by fucking Sabu.
Why not?
Fucking kill me. You know what I mean?
Why not? Like, if your heart's in it, like why not? Why not? That's potentially a foot in the door. You know what I mean? For later on down the road. That's how Mick Foley made it in wrestling. He did fucking squash matches for the WWF before he did anything on the independent circuit.
He was doing fucking the whole types of shit.
Yeah.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
He tried to come back too, and that ain't happening.
No, Mick, no, he needs to stay just the fuck away. Like he put his work in. He did just fine.
Yeah.
Like it kills me when I see wrestlers like bless his heart and rest his soul, like Terry Funk, dude. Like, dude was doing backflips off of like ladders like a year before he died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's like, dude, no, just go rest. Go rest.
Yeah,
it'd be
like,
enjoy.
It'd be like fucking Diamond Dallas Page coming out of fucking retirement or anything like that. Like, y'all just sit in the background, you know, have your cozy fucking life now. You get royalties every time one of your fucking events is shown, shit like that. Because they do. The big name wrestlers from the WWF, WWE, they get, you know, royalty checks anytime they fucking, you know, a fucking match is streamed with that they were in.
Sure.
Kind of thing. So it's like you're still getting a fucking paycheck. You're fucking, you know, just sit there in the fucking corner and just do that. Just, you don't need to put your life on the fucking line and your body on the line anymore. You've already fucked yourself up beyond fucking
all repair.
Actual belief.
Yeah, there's no going back. There's no going back. Like, did you guys ever read Mick Foley's autobiography?
I did not.
I've listened to it.
Dude, it's abjectly horrifying in certain spots where it's just like, and you were doing this for like how much money? like what? But that's like his heart was in it. Like that's, and he's a success story, but like there's a lot of not success stories, and this could be any industry, but professional wrestling is not good for your body. It's just not good for your body.
And I could actually attest to this. I trained. It fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I trained. Okay. It's not just a mat. There's wood under the fucking mat. Okay. There's a reason why they tell you to tuck your chin all the fucking time, because if you don't, you're going to get a concussion.
Yeah.
You know, don't be fucking stupid. Listen, there's a reason why the trainers are trainers.
Yeah.
And you're the student. Okay. It's like, I remember that little time, and it was the motion sickness. I can't do you trying to do a fucking tiger flip and I'm throwing up on myself. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just so interesting that people could do that 100 times over.
Yeah.
And
make it look good. And make it look good.
And that's like looking at like War Games, for instance, because you watched it, Jay. I watched it.
Yeah.
In this, we've got fucking CM Punk, dude. You're fucking. You need to fucking retire at this point. You're at that age now, because he was there for fucking. He was WWE before even fucking Cody Rhodes was WWE during Cody's first fucking run.
And that's saying a lot, because that's Dusty's son, and no one kind of respected Cody for a while because of that too.
But I mean, it's like Punk needs to fucking retire and step away from the fucking ring. Sheamus was in a fucking title match, and that motherfucker's in his late 40s.
He's going into the sunset, yes, but he's still performing. He didn't look that bad. The match that I saw him in, he didn't look that bad. It was like I saw a couple of wrestlers throughout the night, both men's and women's, where I was kind of like you could be doing better. Like, what's going on?
You can tell some of them are being too careful.
Let's talk about fucking Io Sky and the fucking trash can off the top of the fucking cage.
That was dope as fuck.
That was fucking crazy.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if you know who Io Sky is, John.
I do.
Little Asian woman. And she was in the women's War Games match on Rhea Ripley's team. She takes a fucking trash can, brings it up to the top of the fucking cage, puts it over herself, and then fucking swanton dives off the fucking top of the cage, unable to see shit, right into a pile of people fucking armored by a trash can.
Love it. That was entertaining as fuck. Like, that was worth it. That was worth every
I will say, though, the women's War Games match was more entertaining than the men's.
Yeah, in some regards, yes.
In most regards, in my opinion, because the men's, there was just way too much fucking drama between Roman Reigns and the original Bloodline's fucking team.
Yeah, the storyline really kind of took away from the match. It really did. It really did. Like, the ladies just went in there to fucking fight, and it was like the dudes went in there to kind of like progress the storyline.
Yeah,
and that was like
storyline and prove a point, because I mean,
hey, you saw it coming. You saw it.
Fucking makes Punk the fifth member of the fucking OG Bloodlines team. Punk and fucking Reigns are fucking feuding the entire fucking time.
Yeah,
well, Reigns was going to fucking leave to go out to the fucking ring, and then Punk just was like, "Fuck you," and ran out of the fucking cage to fucking get to the ring first, causing Reigns to have to be the last entrance.
Well, and you could see the ending of the match coming a mile away, and that's like they lost kayfabe there. They lost kayfabe. Like it got lost, because you could see the ending of the match coming a mile away.
If you know the secrets, like, it's one of those, if you know, you know.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of what Joe was getting at. Like, they lost kayfabe. They really lost. They lost kayfabe. It got.
It's just the signals are so obvious sometimes.
There's a time when kayfabe goes too far, and it shatters the whole illusion. It shatters the whole. If you take kayfabe too far, it shatters the whole fucking.
And just from following. Just from following the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline fucking storyline over the past couple months, every time the OG bloodline has had a match against a member of the new bloodline, it's been back and forth. X side will fucking win a match, then the next fucking live event where there's a fucking, or next pay-per-view where there's a big fucking match with the members of the two sides, the other side fucking wins. And so on and so forth. Like, it's just been so back and forth to that extent that it's just like, at this point, there's been enough matches and there's a pattern, and you could see, even if the kayfabe wasn't broken, which the kayfabe was broken at this point, but because of the pattern, you knew the original bloodline was the team that was set to fucking win this fucking event. Like, the storyline's fucking overdone at this point. Triple H and creative need to fucking go back to the drawing board and refresh.
So Paleo John, why hasn't anyone told me that Ubisoft is considering a buyout? Considering a buyout, Ubisoft is not going to exist within the next year or so with the way that they're doing things. They just, so X Defiant, which we talked about a couple months ago, Squilini, released, they shut it down. Not doing good. Then there's the fucking drama with that Assassin's Creed game. And then now there's also reports of the Ghost Recon game that's coming out that's going to be first person. I don't think that game is going to come out. I don't think Ubisoft is going to last through 2025. Honestly.
Well, color me fucking shocked. We called this shit fucking years ago. Back when we were DD214 Gaming, we had nothing good to say about Ubisoft. So
it's shit like this is why we changed the name of the fucking show.
Yeah,
literally.
If you want gaming stuff, go to Bong Rips and Video Games. We talk about video games all the time, and we talk shit about video games a lot too. So I mean,
which is that really that's what hurt my heart. Like I enjoy video games, but the industry has just circled the drain for the last like many years now. And
So to pretty much kind of close that statement, Paleo, they don't need to be bought out. They need to shut down. They have too many people in that place that have the wrong ideas, trying to
shareholders.
Yeah,
they're worried about profit. They're worried about profits.
And then let me not get into the writer of Assassin's Creed Shadows who studies love between adolescent boys and monks. So I'm just kind of throwing that out there too. So if Ubisoft is hiring people like that to make their games and to put out their product, then I could live without Ubisoft. So
yeah, big time. So
fucking crazy. But I don't have anything else. That's all. I don't. Yeah, that's right. We got a lot of.
We did good.
We covered everything. We covered everything on the list.
We did okay today. It's episode 187, dude. Like coming at you with a bullet, dude. Like, all right, violence of action.
You need to explain it's from the dungeon again right before we close the show.
Because Jay fucked up and I forgot that I worked today. So pretty much as soon as we like cut the feed, I'm gonna be heading to the stadium to work Sunday Night Football tonight. So I will be. Tune into fucking NBC or Peacock tonight. Chiefs, Chargers. Your friendly neighborhood Jay will be on site. So,
are you going to catch the football today?
No, dude. No. You won't see me. You won't see me where I'm at, dude. You'd have to be there to see me. So
we have to be your boss in order to know exactly where you're going to be.
Basically, yeah. And if you happen to see me walking around, say hi. Don't be scared. But yeah.
No, I kind of want to put that out there too. If you see me too, if you see Jay, I don't know about Squilini. I've never.
Alone.
Yeah, yeah. Come say hi. I mean, I found out recently that there's someone that goes to a local smoke shop, that watches the show, and that watch not this show, but like some of the other shows, and actually saw one of my other co-hosts. And like greeted him and stuff like that.
That's cool.
That's really cool. It's really cool. And also right before we end the show, I kind of want to say something too. We just got our Spotify Wrapped. I love the fact that you guys here are every week on YouTube, But if you guys don't watch the show on YouTube or want another place to watch or listen to it, go on Spotify. This year we got an 8% audience growth. 8%, 8%'s not a lot, but it's 8%.
It's not a little either. That's
it's a good number that we have, and I couldn't be more proud of everyone who has taken the time to support the show day in and day out, regardless of which episode it is. Which actually our top episode is March These Nuts, number 148.
we did a good one on that one, didn't we?
Yeah, but we had some great, just in general, Clean Sanchez Media had a great fucking year. And all the podcasts that were on there did. I mean, shit. Bong Rips and Video Game had a 72% audience growth.
Hell yes. Good.
And all our audience is here on YouTube, and I love it. I love it. But come on over to the Spotify side. You could leave comments on there. You could do our polls. You could interact with us on there. Actually, to be honest with you, Paleo Giant left a comment on there a couple days ago. He said you look like a supervillain, but with progressive views.
Who's that? Which one?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I look like a super
progressive views.
With progressive views. Like, I think that there's already one of those in Marvel. It's Dr. Doom, right? Like,
yeah, I actually thought that was really funny, and I completely forgot about that. But interact with us, man. We'd love to talk to you guys. Look, Squidlini, he just saw it. It just hit him. But yeah, that's what I have. What do you guys have before we hit the final thought?
I'm green to green. I'm in game mode now, so it's time for your friendly neighbor Jay to go to work.
We're going and looking at some new places today because lease is getting ready to be up in February, and we've got to give our 60 days fucking yesterday.
Are you finally gonna get that mansion?
Fuck no. Do you have the fucking money for me to get a mansion?
Not yet. Sure. Not yet, but we're
going to say this right now.
We're going to get royalty checks.
Whoever fucking decides to try to steal my identity, because that motherfucker is going to be hurt.
We're gonna do. Don't worry. John's got that whole part locked down, so we'll get royalty checks one of these days.
Yeah. I already know that the first big payout that I get, I'm gonna give all the guys $10,000.
That's all I need.
Like straight up.
That's all I need. I'm not a greedy man. Man.
Yeah, there's gonna be I'm telling you, if the Clean Sanchez annual, if we end up making $1 million, everyone's getting money.
That's it. Hey, take your time. Just we'll be all right. We're gonna still be here every Sunday, no matter what. So
no, for real. We stay humble. We stay fresh, strong, and fitted, and beautiful, and sexy, and our butts are plump and ready to go. And
we don't choke people unless they ask for it.
No, you're right about that.
Hooah.
Especially the ladies.
Who's taking the final thought?
I think it was me last week. So whose turn does that make it?
It's my turn this week. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. All right, everybody. Well, we're getting into we're officially in the holiday season. We're in that fucking time of year where, and I'm going to preach this religiously because, the holidays for me, and not just the holiday season at this time of year, but also other holidays throughout the year can be difficult for a lot of us, especially within the veteran community, because of those we've lost over the years. We look back on the holidays, and at the holidays, it's a time of remembrance, time of recollection, time of thought. And we're thinking about our friends, the adventures we've been on, the people we've met along the way. And with that, we are all susceptible to depression and feeling down about it because, me personally, I've got buddies that I lost. And even to this day, there's that question that pops up when I'm remembering and thinking about it, about them, that it's like, why was it them and not me? what was it that made it be them and not me? Why couldn't it have been me? And when that happens, you know, it can be tough. However, I always look at it as it's not my time. I have bigger things to do in life. I have people that need me to still be here day in and day out. And it's not that they didn't have people that need them. It's that whatever higher power there may be said it was their time and it was their time. It can happen to any of us at any moment. And if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, don't pull that trigger. Don't, you know, do anything that is going to hurt your family, that's going to hurt your friends and your loved ones. You can reach out to the National Suicide Hotline by texting or calling 988 or dialing 1-800-273-8255. And that's 1-800-273-TALK. If you don't want to talk to them, and they've got people that are there 24/7. If you don't want to talk to them, reach out to a battle buddy, reach out to a friend, a family member, reach out to one of the three of us via Discord. We're more than willing to listen and let you vent.
Something is always better than nothing.
That's right.
Exactly. Something is always better than nothing. And within our community, here at DD214 Network, and within the veteran community as a whole, for our veteran friends and buddies out there, we're here. We're a community. We're a team. We're a tribe. Use us. Use the resources you have. You know, and Jay's brought up a point many a times about therapy. Therapy does help.
Yep.
No matter how macho you think you are, no matter, you know, how big of a badass you think you are, no matter how much like the Tim Kennedys of the fucking world you think you are, therapy fucking helps.
Don't be scared. Just don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared. Reach out. Talk to somebody. If you're not in those moments, if you're not in those dark times, reach out to friends. Reach out to battle buddies you haven't talked to in a while. That's one of my big things is, you know, that one text or phone call to somebody you might not have talked to in a couple months could be that one text or phone call that saves that life.
Be raw. Yeah.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
Be raw. I fucking love it. I love it. Guys,
all right, boys, we did it.
Jay's about to go to work.
Here we go.
About to do Christmas.
I'm about to go look at houses.
Oh, here we go. Here we
All
go.
Grown up shit. So, guys, thank you so much for coming to another episode. This was episode 187. If you don't understand the reference, Google it.
Yeah, Google
you know what I mean? Like we've been saying this shit since we were kids. But guys, thank you so much for coming to another episode. We will see you next week. Information. We're getting closer to Christmas.
Yep.
Stay frosty.
I'll wear a fucking sweater next week. Okay, I promise.
I'll wear my other one. I got another one. I got a nice little Star Wars one I could wear for you.
Got you. All right, boys.
Love you guys. See you next week. Peace
out. Go Chiefs! Go Chiefs!
response.
All right, boys.
Losing his